of these Love After Lockup cast members have been up to recently. First, starting off with Renika. She was the one who dated Asante, who tragically passed away in an earlier season of Love After Lockup, and she was arrested on November 20th and booked into the Cobb County Jail for one count of simple assault, which ended up being a misdemeanor, but she did get a felony charge of terroristic threats and acts. So she had to really be out here threatening somebody with something serious to get hit with a felony charge like that. She did end up bonding out. I don't have any additional details beyond that, but if I learn more, I'll definitely share them with you guys. And you guys know how Zeruiah and Troy and Mama Karen have been going back and forth after Karen tried to borrow $50 from Troy so she could get herself a sack of weed. He told her no, and she has been crashing out for the past 2 weeks. Well, Zeruiah finally had enough, and she decided to report Karen's Facebook page, and I guess Facebook found that she had multiple community guideline violations, and they ended up deleting her whole page altogether. Zeruiah said, "I don't get on here and say too much when that woman goes on tangents about me unprovoked, but stop playing with me. All that talking, and now her page is deleted. God don't like ugly. Now go expose that." And I'm honestly shocked that she's never gotten in trouble for this before. I mean, I do remember her like losing her Facebook page, or one of them, or like temporarily losing them, and maybe it was for similar circumstances related to this. But now let's talk about Jessica's ex, Dustin. So it seems like ever since Dustin and Jessica split up, this man has not been able to stay out of jail. He finally got released from prison, but then he was arrested once again on November 15th, and he's currently in the Bedford County Jail. So he was arrested according to All Things Lockup. He was arrested for an outstanding warrant for a failure to appear that he had from a 2023 drug possession arrest. His bond amounts are set at $100,000 and at $150,000. So they believe that the bonds are so high just because in the past Dustin has had a history of skipping out on his court dates and going on the run. And he was just released from prison in Florida just in September, and here he is arrested not even 2 months later. Shantae is single again. She made a post the other day, and now it looks like she deleted it, but she ended up calling out the guy that she was dating, and it sounds like they broke up, and she's like, none of my business, better end up on the blogs, and she tagged him, and then she said in the comments, now I got this bitch Amber reaching out to me in the DMs, and I had a person send it to me saying she's talking about you, but I haven't reached out to Shantae, so she must be talking about another Amber. But she was calling out this guy, and she was posting all these posts like talking about cheating and not being loyal. So it definitely sounds like things did not end on good terms between them. Now I want to talk about Justine's mother, Sherry. So I made a video a few months back talking about the fact that Justine's mom had been arrested and her nursing license was suspended after she was accused of showing up drunk to her job and then driving herself home afterwards. So she ended up getting pulled over by the police after she was driving down this street at a very low rate of speed. The officer ended up pulling her over, and she ended up telling the officer that she had been working for the past 3 hours, but she had a glass of wine at home early in the morning before her shift. And so the officer observed that she had alcohol on her breath. He seemed to assume that she looked like she was intoxicated. Other people at her job said she seemed intoxicated at work, and something was off, like she kept just disappearing into her vehicle for long periods of time. She ended up admitting to the officers that she ended up getting sent home from her job because her boss was convinced that she was drunk, and somehow, even though she was arrested, she ended up getting her case dismissed. I don't know if they thought there wasn't enough evidence, or if she just ended up getting herself a good lawyer. And I wonder what this means for her nursing license. I mean, I'm sure she has a chance of getting it reinstated now that these cases are dismissed. Michael Herman was released from jail yesterday. He was released around 7:05 p.m. and he was arrested after he was on parole in Kentucky, and he ended up leaving Kentucky to go to Ohio to stay with Chelsea when they got back together. And he wasn't supposed to leave Kentucky, and then he got arrested in Ohio after Chelsea accused him of DV. And then once he went back to Kentucky to check in with his parole officer, he ended up getting violated and arrested. Well, he was finally released, so finally, not finally, hopefully this time he stays away from Chelsea, so hopefully he can stay out of trouble. And now I just want to talk about Blaine. So the last time we talked about Blaine, I have reported that he got married, and I learned this from him because he made a few videos on his Instagram story with this girl. There was a video of them in front of the courthouse. He said they were about to go in, get married. She was going to take his last name. And so everybody was congratulating him, including me. Well, someone ended up DMing him and sent me a DM from him where he claims that he is not married. So I don't know if he's just saying that to people because he wants to pretend he's single, but I know he's been with this girl for a while, but I guess he just acted like he was married to troll people. I don't know, but he's claiming he's not married. So I just wanted to share that with you guys since I reported that he was married. And now Sarah got herself a little pig. So she got herself a pig named Winnie. She's talking about getting another pig, and she has been living like the little farm lifestyle. They have pigs, they have chickens. Her daughter likes to help her with all her little farm animals, and her and Sean are still going strong. She said they're still living on that land that they got, that they're on the show, and they're living in a trailer, or what was it, an RV on the land for a while, but after a while it was just too cramped. Like, Sarah's used to it because she lived in a prison cell for years, so a RV was a lot of space for her, but Sean really struggled in the RV. So I think they ended up getting like some kind of small building that they built on the land for now, but they're still trying to save up money to build the house of their dreams. She said her and Sean are not going to have any more kids, and I think she said she would never go back to the show again just because she doesn't want the drama in her life. She said her and Sean are at a good place. He is working as I think a tow truck driver, and she, I think, is just being a stay-at-home mom. She was helping him with the towing business, but I think now she's starting to get more like into being a content creator. She's been like pretty active on Facebook and making money off Facebook, and I heard through the grapevine that her mom was making 5 figures a month on Facebook, and that's crazy. Like, her mom that was on the show, she has like over 100,000 followers on Facebook, mostly from just like posting animal videos and like cute animal compilations, and she's making the big bucks. So I think Sarah's trying to get like that. But hell, I don't blame her. You can make a lot of money off making content, especially when you already have like an established following like she does from doing the show. Like, I bet she's probably thinking, hell, I should have probably got more into content creation while I was on the show instead of like getting into it like years afterwards. But hey, she's finally getting into it now, so it's better late than never. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below, and thank you guys so much for watching.